Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. Guys, the crypto regulations dialogue is heating up in the United States. We have both former and sitting CFTC officials calling out the SEC, saying they don't have jurisdiction. It belongs to the CFTC. Guys, I got to share the tweets with you. It is mind-blowing. Things are getting really, really choppy right now. And I think this is good in a sense that it brings some balance of power, right? Because the SEC, we saw Gary Gensler, he's trying to go grab more power. He's looking for the Biden administration to give the SEC more power to regulate cryptocurrencies, but we need a balance. So we're going to break it down. Also, Ripple's CEO just weighed in on the SEC lawsuit with regards to William Hinman and his deposition and the letter he signed. Something interesting, the SEC pulled a sneaky one here, so I want to share that with you. We're also going to talk about Grayscale just made a huge hire to get a Bitcoin ETF approved. We also have a new player who has submitted for a Bitcoin ETF, and we have some very bullish news from Andreessen Horowitz on the crypto market. Google's launching officially today crypto ads again, so lots to cover. We're going to go through it. Please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by OKCoin Crypto Exchange, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite crypto at low fees. Why pay high fees? Use OKCoin, link in the description. Don't forget to sign up for my free weekly newsletter, link in the description as well. So just a quick recap. Remember yesterday, Gary Gensler was on the Aspen Security Forum, their virtual conference, where he's talking about, the same BS that Jay Clayton was essentially spewing, and he wants more power, right? But check this out. Former CFTC official, Chris Giancarlo, who I interviewed, you guys may recall, I interviewed him 5 months ago, and I'll put the link in the description to that interview if you haven't seen it. He said only one U.S. regulatory agency has experience regulating markets for Bitcoin and crypto, and it is not the SEC.gov. And he even tagged them in it. Savage, man. He said it is the CFTC. If the Biden administration is serious about sensible crypto regulation, it needs to nominate a CFTC chairman. Wow, guys. I like this, taking the gloves off, right? This is what we need. We're seeing the SEC is getting pushback from crypto investors, obviously from Ripple with their BS lawsuit that they filed against Ripple, but Ripple is pushing back where possible. We have former SEC officials who are pushing back on the SEC, right? I've interviewed former SEC official Joseph Hall. If you guys haven't seen that interview, by the way, you definitely want to check it out. And he was against it. We have Hester Peirce, who I've interviewed. She's against this, along with Elad Rosman. So the SEC is not in a good spot here. But check this out. Brian Quintenz, who's a commissioner at the CFTC right now, he tweeted this today. Just so we're all clear here, the SEC has no authority over pure commodities or their trading venues, whether those commodities are wheat, gold, oil, or, wait for it, crypto assets. Taking the gloves off. And just actually on, let's see, a week ago, July 28th, he tweeted the following in response to guess who? The slimy politician Elizabeth Warren. He said the following: the CFTC already has and has extensively used authority over outright crypto token fraud to prosecute the true snake oil salesman. But it's one thing for us to hold fraudsters accountable and another to make value judgments for investors over their own decisions. Absolutely. You and I are adults, right? We understand the CFTC and the SEC have a job to do, but they can't overreach. You can stop the fraudsters and the snake oil salesmen without going after companies that are actually trying to build and innovate, right? And just because you're trying to keep power, remember, crypto really adds a layer of decentralization, which makes a lot of the SEC and a lot of these agencies and government as a whole lose more power, right? They don't like that. especially like the SEC. We talked about it. Part of how they're able to function is from the settlements. So they're incentivized to go find in any avenue you can either drum it up, try to create something to get settlements, because that funds their operations. That is not good. They should be paid from tax revenues, right? But they shouldn't be paid from settlements. That is not right. That settlement should go back to the general government pool of money to operate. So there's a bit of conflict of interest. We've talked about Jay Clayton. He didn't approve. He was a former SEC chair. He didn't approve a Bitcoin ETF. He would not even answer a question about it. Then he leaves, goes to work for a company investing in Bitcoin. And what do they do instantly? Submit a proposal for a Bitcoin ETF. What the hell is going on? William Hinman, the man is talking about Ethereum specifically. What about the other cryptos in the market? There's like thousands of other projects, right? And we know he went to work for a company that was investing in Ethereum as well. So it's really shady, man. I think if you just look at the facts here, it's just like, wow, what is going on? But I like that the CFTC is coming out and they're not holding back. They're throwing punches, man. And I'm trying to get a follow-up interview with Chris Giancarlo as well as Brian Quintenz. I'm in contact with those folks. I'm trying to get these things scheduled. I'll be talking to Perion Boring, who's the founder of the Chamber of Digital Commerce in DC. I'm also talking to Congressman Tom Emmer. So we're going to talk about all this, guys. But I like what is happening here. This is good. Gary Gensler needs to get this pushback. The SEC needs to get this pushback. So really, really good. Now, Brad Garlinghouse, who will be speaking, at the same conference that Gary Gensler spoke at yesterday, virtual conference, of course, he tweeted the following this morning. In 2018, Bill Hinman said ETH isn't a security, and Jay Clayton agreed. Absolutely. But just weeks ago, Hinman filed a sworn affidavit in court saying the SEC still has not taken any position or expressed a view on ETH's status. So how is the market supposed to have clarity? Exactly. Slimy move right here. You know why the SEC did that? They know they were going to get called out on this because they have the man's William Hinman speech on their website. He went on at a forum representing the SEC in being in office, talking about ETH and saying it's not a security. What the hell is going on, right? This is just, man, I don't know. I've said it before. If the SEC were to approve a Bitcoin ETF and they approve Jay Clayton's Bitcoin ETF with River, I forgot what they're called, River Asset Management or something. If they were to do that, they need to abolish the SEC. It's done. It's fully corrupted. It's rotten at its core, right? This is just ridiculous. I mean, be fair. You're the government. You're not supposed to pick winners and losers. You're supposed to regulate the market and allow the free market to operate. This is ridiculous, man. But like I said, some good news. The CFTC is pushing back. I like that. You have SEC commissioners, Hester Peirce and Elad Roisman, who are not on board with what Gensler and these guys are doing. So, and this case is making the SEC look really bad. But this was a sneaky move they did here. They made Hinman go sign this affidavit, because they knew. But look, it's still public, right? Even myself and John Deaton went through this. Where we talked about his respective speech. It's on the SEC's website. So sneaky move. It's getting really political here, guys. Very, very interesting. Now, moving ahead, Grayscale hires ETF head to push to convert the biggest Bitcoin fund. Obviously, he's talking about GBTC. Everybody is trying to get a Bitcoin ETF approved because you're going to see so much capital flow into the market, guys, retirement accounts and so forth. You may ask, well, why aren't they doing it now? That's because there's no regulatory clarity. If there's an ETF, it allows them to easily go into investing into crypto, Bitcoin, and so forth without having to touch the assets directly because of risk, right? That's you have to understand the lack of regulatory clarity and the risk it presents. If they hold it directly, that could put them at risk. They don't want to do that. But if you create an ETF, There it is, right? So very bullish. Now check this out. Victory Capital files application to the SEC for a crypto ETF. Victory Capital revealed its plans to enter the crypto market in June through a private fund tracking the NCI aimed at accredited investors. Everybody's throwing their hat in the ring. I hope you see what's taking place here, guys. They're not sitting around, twiddling their thumbs here. They're while the prices are even not that great right now because we had a correction and we're still moving sideways, they are setting up shop. They're filing for the ETFs. They're getting the regulatory approvals. They're investing, mergers, acquisitions, expansions, huge. So the NASDAQ listed company filed an S1 form to the regulator Wednesday, adding its name to a long list of crypto ETF hopefuls in the US. The SEC is currently reviewing over a dozen similar applications and is yet to approve a single one. Some applicants have had their approval windows extended more than once. So I like what I see here. This makes me bullish. I think they wouldn't be filing if they didn't expect to see an ETF coming. And obviously Gary Gensler in his speech yesterday, he alluded to he sees, maybe a Bitcoin ETF on the horizon. I think it could happen this year. I think that could be a catalyst that drives Bitcoin to over $100,000. That's just my opinion. Now, want to hear some more bullish news? Andreessen Horowitz. We've talked about and Mark Andreessen and the firm Andreessen Horowitz, also known as A16Z, and some of the smartest people, guys. I mean, if you go research them, and I highly recommend you do, they were successful. Mark Andreessen successful in the internet boom. They were successful in the tech stock boom, investing in Twitter and so forth. And now they're going all in on crypto. And we saw they were building multiple crypto funds. Well, here's what Mark had to say recently. Crypto is a fundamental technological breakthrough. Mark Andreessen, co-founder and general partner at the VC firm Andreessen Horowitz, says crypto represents the latest, most significant transformation of the tech industry. I wasn't kidding when I've been telling you guys for years, this is the next tech boom. Get on board. The train has left the station. There's still an opportunity. Maybe it's slow down a little bit. You get on board, but it's taking off, guys. It's taking off, and I'm so bullish on this market. And we do have to be patient while all this BS politics and power play, kind of plays itself out, if you want to say that. Here's some quotes from him. He said, "We view crypto as a technological transformation. There's a fundamental technological breakthrough that has happened. It's an area of computer science called distributed consensus." It looks like they kind of split up the quote here. "Money is one application, but it's only one of many." Here's another. "These are new kinds of computers. This is where it gets very subtle. Bitcoin is an internet computer that spreads out across hundreds of thousands of physical computers around the world. It's transaction processing system that runs without any central location. It's a new kind of financial system." Of course, I think many of you know this, but it's important to hear people of this caliber say this, right? This carries weight versus me or you, right? I mean, it's Andreessen Horowitz. Come on, right? Mark Andreessen and these guys. So very bullish. Now, check this out. Google allows crypto ads in the US with restrictions. Firms must be registered with the US Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network or a federal or state chartered banking regulator. Now, you may say, so what? This is a step in the right direction to open up what? Mainstream marketing, guys. Online ads, TV, billboard, whatever. But a big part of marketing these days is digital, right? You see ads on YouTube. That's part of Google's network. You see ads in the search results, Facebook, and so forth, right? This is a move in the right direction, guys. So effective today, companies pitching crypto products and services to US customers on Google must be registered, but they are allowing. This development was announced in June as part of Google's updated financial products and services policies. Bullish, in my opinion. Only a few understand this, right? Marketing is a big part of growth, right? How do you get out there, get people in the asset class? You got to market. And Google, where people go to search and learn about things, they're going to allow crypto companies to start advertising, guys. So here's more details on how Bitcoin mining is growing in the United States and around the globe, and even crypto companies, excuse me. Here's how much 19 major crypto firms have expanded their headcounts this year. Supported by a wave of funding, crypto firms have been rapidly growing their headcounts in 2021. This article provides a breakdown of hiring. Looks like they make me pay. They want me to pay to read the information. Come on, Block. You guys need to stop it. But anyway, takeaway is TLDR. Companies are expanding. They're hiring. They're making acquisitions. They're expanding to other countries. And look, I'm one of the ones that were pulled into the market. I went full crypto. I now work for OKCoin Crypto Exchange. So this is signs of maturation of growth. And the same thing happened in the tech.com boom. So hope you guys are seeing these macro level trends. Finally here, Chinese miner The9 signs JV agreement with Kazakhstan firm KazDigital. The two firms will launch a new mining site in Kazakhstan that will be deployed or used to deploy the Nine's mining machines and potentially other third parties machines. Expansion of Bitcoin mining globally. And I'm really excited about what's happening in the United States. Look, regardless of all this BS, between the SEC and even the infrastructure bill and so forth, and Elizabeth Warren, Bitcoin mining is being set up in the United States. Don't miss that. They're not stopping it, right? There's no ban or outlaw or shutting down miners. They are setting up shop. The US is allowing it. This is going to be a new industry with lots of tax revenue and jobs and so forth. The crypto industry and asset class is here to stay. We just got to figure out the regulations, and we shall see, as the CFTC and other folks in Congress step up and start speaking out and push back on the SEC. And I do think it looks like now, guys, my theory about Congress has to step in. The SEC Gary Gensler will continue to do the same BS as Jay Clayton did. It's now up to Congress to pass like the Digital Taxonomy Act or the Token Taxonomy Act to put the SEC in their proper place and to give some of that power to the CFTC. It's balanced, right? There's no overreach, and they can properly regulate this market. So guys, what do you think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I will talk to you all later.